Okay, what's going on, guys? We're going to go over the weekly tactics. We've got an ultra defensive formation, a balanced attacking formation, and an attacking or comeback formation. We're going to go through all four of those formations, show you tactics instructions, and when to use them is the most important thing. We're going to start off with the first one, is the 4-2-3-1. These are tactics now. A lot of people have been asking me a lot of questions. Why am I not using 71 depth? What is this? What is that? Now, this is why it's important you watch the video, okay? This is a formation for closing the game out. You don't want to be applying pressure when you're closing the game out. You want to be a bit more passive and more conservative. That's why the depth's on 39. If you really saying to me, look, you know what? I don't want to be passive, then maybe you could put 55 or 60 depth. But most people are watching this video, when you're trying to close the game out, you're not going to be using a high depth, okay? So we've got 39 depth to start the game with. Build up play, you can use balanced. I'm using long ball because I want this to be a very attacking formation, and forward runs, 60 width, 6 players inside the box. If you want to get better at FC24, I do have an FC24 FIFA School Series. But before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you don't get better after 1 month, I'll refund you your money? I can say that because I've been running this school for many years and thousands of people have already joined and even stay on. We go over complete in-depth gameplay tutorials showing you the theory of it and then showing you gameplay examples in a structured format. Unlike my YouTube channel, they're in a progressive learning system, teaching you everything from the core mechanics to the meta so you can get better as a whole, with explanations that go beyond the scope of my YouTube channel. FC School has already started with new videos coming out every single week. These videos will adjust to the recent patches and updates so you can stay up to date and ahead of your competition. So come join thousands of others in a mature community for those looking to get better. Patreon.com/NeilGuides or click the link down below. Now when you join, we already have a library of hundreds of videos, more than my YouTube channel in fact, with new FC24 videos getting added constantly so you never run out of content. Remember, the biggest mistake people make is they spend thousands of dollars on FIFA points every single year thinking a team will make them better, but it won't. But now it's time for you to make that change. And don't forget, if you don't get better after 1 month, just send me a message and I'll refund your money. That is the Neil Guides guarantee. Patreon.com/NeilGuides. Link is down below in the description or click on the pinned comment below. And then for my instructions, I've got stay central, get in behind, stay central, get in behind and stay forward. For the cam, stay forward and get into the box for a cross. Lam Ram, both of them unbalanced. And both CDMs on cut passing lane, step up while attacking, cover center, left back and right back, stay back and overlap. Now, as I said, this is a formation I would say to start the game with, okay? Let's say, for example, inside the game, you want to close the game completely out. You can put slow build-up play here, and you can put all these players on comeback and defense. It's very, very simple. And the reason we do that is because, unfortunately, there's only 4 slots. So this can be a formation to start the game with, but also a formation to close the game out with. So you can use this for both. If you want to close the game out, just put everyone on comeback and defense. I wouldn't change anything. I think it works perfectly well. One thing I'm working on is reducing the width. I'll talk about this next week. I'm still doing some testing on it. But this would be mainly just for using it as an attacking formation. I'll explain it next week anyway. Then we've got the 4-2-2 now. People have been asking me, look, with the pressure on heavy touch, you don't need to adjust any of these. In fact, pressure on possession loss is good, but you don't need to use it this year because with balanced and 71 depth, the game automatically presses for you. The reason we left it on 60 is because don't forget, when you watch these videos, we have to get, look, when someone releases a tactics video, it will only work for like 30-40%. The reason why our tactics work so well for everyone is because we cater for the average person, the person that's like maybe in rank 3 trying to get to that rank 2, or someone that's in division 8 trying to get to division 5. We do it in such a way that it caters for everyone, but you have to make those micro adjustments yourself. If you want to, you can use 71 depth on the 4-4-2. It's very effective, but you got to be able to handle it. So change it. But if you can't handle it, put it back down to 60. Long ball and forward runs what I'm using, 45 width. The only difference we've done is we just increased the players in the box. There's something else we've added as well. So both, we had to explain this last week, but one, the strikers on comeback and defense, one's on stay forward, both on stay central, getting behind. Lam Ram, both on comeback and defense, get into the box for cross. What we've done is we've put both of them on cut passing lanes so I can cover center. And personally, I believe it's better just triggering these players manually yourself with the L1 button, as opposed to leaving a player unbalanced. That's the kind of adjustment I made in the 4-2-2, just because I find that counter-attacks are really the biggest way that I'm conceding. I'd rather trigger a player manually myself and AI just push, because when you put this player on get forward, they're always going to get forward. Sometimes when you're getting pressured, you might have everyone going forward and you've got no attacking options coming towards you. You just got your defensive line. So if you struggle with the press, you can put them both on stay back and you're completely fine. Left back and right back is on both of them on stay back and overlap. Nothing has changed in regards to that. Then we're going to go over to the 4-3-2-1. Now on this slot, you have a choice. Now, yesterday I released a 3-5-2 video. Just to not make it too different from last week, you can, if you want to, slot the 3-5-2 into one of these slots. If you used the 4-2-2 last week more, then swap it into the 4-3-2-1, because the 4-2-2 and the 4-4-2 are actually quite similar. So what my suggestion would be is, if you do want to use a 3-5-2 and you really like that video, then I'd say put the 3-5-2 here and then move the 4-2-2 to the end. You hear what I said? So you put the 3-5-2 here and you move the 4-2-2 to the end, because the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-2 are basically identical in terms of placement. It's that CDMs, they sit a bit deeper, and centre mids, they sit higher, which is better for applying pressure. So that is the 4-2-2, and those are the instructions as well. Then we're going to move over to the attacking one, the 4-3-2-1. This one is a very good one. I would keep it as it is. People are saying use 71 depth. Again, depends on your style. I think because you kind of naturally progress through these formations, I'll put 71 depth on this one. The only thing I would say is, if you are going to be using a 3-5-2, do not put 71 depth on that. Balanced direct passing, I believe, for the 4-3-2-1 is better. I think forward runs for some formation, like the 4-2-2 and 4-2-3-1, are exceptionally better forward runs. I think it's, in my opinion, is without a doubt. I think if you try it for like 20 games and you actually compare them, it's completely different. Makes more attacking. 45 width and 7 players inside the box. Stay central, getting behind for the striker. And the left centre forward and right centre forward are both of them on balance. So they can stay central, but at least this way, if you want to make the ball past the wing, you can do that. The central CDMs is well, central centre mid is like a CDM. Centre of the box, stay back. Right centre mid is on balance, get into the box for cross. The left one is get forward, get into the box for cross. If you're playing a traditional 4-4-2 or you've got 2 centre mids, you can relegate one of your centre mids. So if you want to, like I might put Dabinia here and put, so you can relegate one of your wingers, maybe the more playmaker winger, like kind of like a Bernardo Silva in real life. You can kind of put them in these slots, so someone better passing, I would say. But as I said, with these guys, it depends on your skill level. If you give this to an elite player, they'll probably put both these players on get forward and get away with it. If you notice it's too attacking, tone this down and put one of these players on stay back. You have to adjust it for your own playstyle, guys. The fact that you're searching for a tactics video and you're watching it and you're copying a tactics video in the first place is showing that you're struggling with your gameplay as it is. Don't make yourself struggle even more by just using a tactics and using what you think is right. So using what someone shows you, always change to what you think is right. Yes, mine's a good template, but that will help you 90% of the way. If you really want to reach the top tier ranks, adjust it for your playstyle. Left back and right back both on stay back and overlap. And if you want to, you can put one of these players on balanced and you can put the other centre mid on stay back. I mentioned this last week. I think some people have been using it and telling me that it's been working quite well for them, but it's not really helping them defensively. So I don't know if I should be suggesting that one. I think it's more like a pro level thing, leaving one of these players. So this player would be, for example, on cover centre, stay back, and this player would be unbalanced. And I think you really need a very good attacker in this role over here to do that. So I don't think you can get away with someone who's not that good. Right now I'm subbing on Lorente there and using him. They works very well there. That's something else I wanted to mention. And then the ultra attacking is the same thing now. I said if you move the 4-2-2 here, just put press out possession loss. I'm doing this for all formations now, for the 4-4-2 and all the attacking formations, just because I feel when I don't have the ball, I'm trying to get the ball back and I want to apply pressure a lot of the time. So you've got press out possession loss, 55 and 71 depth. Fast bullet play, and I think chance creation is unbalanced. I was kind of using it last week and I'm torn between balance and forward runs. The reason why is fast bullet play, you win the ball. So the idea is you're pressing in the midfield area. And then with fast bullet play, you're going to have a lot of support quickly. That's how you break someone down if you're down behind. The chance creation, I kind of left it on balance. I think AI kind of did a good job of how I wanted it. I think after this patch, with people being a bit more stable defensively, with now the jockey being buffed, maybe I might go more towards forward run just to get more people in behind, because you can argue this patch has kind of inadvertently made left stick weaker because people can now jockey faster with the slow jockey. So in effect, left stick dribbling will not be as strong. So that's something just to bear in mind. It's always important to understand how a patch can negate or affect something indirectly, and whether they want to or whether they don't want to. 7 players inside the box and widths on 40. Stay central, getting behind for the strikers. Everyone's on comeback and defense. Comeback and defense, left mid, right mid. Both getting to the box, getting behind. This is pretty self-explanatory. You want to press when you're behind the ball. So the ball's over here. You want to press together as a unit. You can't have some of your players on stay forward in front of the ball and then press. It's not possible. Or you're going to press, but you're not going to press effectively. Everyone knows that in real life as well. You've probably seen you're never going to have two strikers hanging in the penalty box of your opponent and the rest of the team trying to press. It doesn't really work like that. You press together in the unit. What we have done is put both the players on get forward, just to make it even more attacking. That's what I've done. Or you can put one of these players on balanced. Stay back, left back and right back overlap. It's no point. It's better to have these two players going forward and have a back four, because if these guys go forward, they just hang there and they do nothing. Then you get counter attacks against two centre backs, you're in trouble. But at least this way, these players go forward, you still got a back four line, you got that safety net. One thing that I was explaining that I was experimenting is I've reducing the width. This year I'm kind of going to a lower width. So I'm kind of going towards like the 30, 35 region, especially for the 4-2-3-1. I've only kept this for those that stayed at the end of the video, because otherwise people are just going to copy and paste it and start crying. It's not going to work. But with this one, I think the reason why I like it is players are more narrow, especially if you're going for those Trivellas. I think you want those players to be narrower. And what you can always do is activate hug the sidelines to make them wider. So what I would say is if you're starting this as your balanced formation, use 35 width here. However, if you're trying to close the game out, when you put this a slow build up play, you put this width about 70 and put everyone on comeback and defense. That's what I'd say. But because most of the time I'm probably starting the game off with this formation. That's the way that I do it, and I play like a 4-4-1-1. And the balance tactic, as I said, I don't really use it, but what you want to do is I put everything like this, and I put everyone on comeback and defense. And the reason for this is it depends on what formation you play. So for example, I play 4-4-1-1 for chemistry. Put these guys and get it behind. But what happens is, so this is just so what happens is when you change formation inside the game, sometimes it might take a couple of minutes or so. So if your opponent kicks off first, you don't want everyone to get forward because you might get done on the kickoff glitch. That's why you put everyone on comeback and defense, wait a bit for the formation to change, and then make the adjustment. This is a team that I'm kind of really using right now. What I'm basically doing is I'm subbing on Llorente for Van de Ven. And Reece James is kind of going in centre back with that jockey play style. I wouldn't really recommend playing a left back and right back and full back and centre back this year, unless you really know how to defend, because the positioning is still a bit messed up. But then what I do is I then put Lawrence on. So Lawrence kind of goes into right back, Llorente goes there, and then you have Gvardiol and you have James in the middle. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you want to get better at FIFA, you can come join my FIFA School Series. We'll be releasing a video today on jockeying. So if you're struggling with jockeying, that video is going to change the way you jockey. We've got all the 3 different speed types as well. That should be out today as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.